Turning now to Campaign 2020, a live look at Charlotte, North Carolina, where the first night of the Republican National Convention is getting ready to begin. CBS reporter Natalie Brand joins us live from Washington, where President Trump has already had a busy day. Natalie?
Yeah, Liz, he's back now, but earlier traveled to Charlotte, North Carolina. He's already appeared before the cameras multiple times today ahead of the primetime kickoff of the Republican National Convention, giving us a taste of what we can expect this week.
This week, it's the Republicans' turn to present their case to the American people.
We have to make people safe. We have to make our country safe.
Earlier, the president and vice president both traveled to Charlotte, North Carolina, where a limited number of delegates from each state gathered in person to officially cast their ballots to re-nominate them for the party's ticket for the 2020 election.
Donald J. Trump, having received a majority of these votes entitled to be cast at the convention, has been unanimously elected as the Republican Party nominee.
Meanwhile, the key speakers on night one include the president's son, Donald Trump Jr., former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, South Carolina Republican Senator Tim Scott, and St. Louis couple Mark and Patricia McCloskey, who went viral after pointing guns at racial justice protesters.
A senior campaign official says President Trump will make surprise appearances throughout the week, including in tonight's broadcast. There are published reports a former producer on the president's former reality show, The Apprentice, helped plan the convention. President Trump also toured a local produce processing and distribution plant while visiting the key battleground state of North Carolina today.
We will provide an additional $1 billion to fund the Farmers to Families Food Box program.
We need a team that's up to the task.
The Biden-Harris campaign has released a new ad slated to air during the Republican convention.
We need to elect someone else in his place.
Former Arizona Senator Jeff Flake is one of 27 former lawmakers from the Republican Party who have endorsed the former vice president over President Trump.
So, Natalie, what are we seeing from any polling taken after the Democratic National Convention last week as we kick off the RNC this week?
Right. Well, some new CBS polling, Liz, shows that Biden really solidified his support among Democrats and left them more energized following last week's convention. But we know that Republicans and the base also very energized and energized behind President Trump. And really, these conventions are about not only revving up the party faithful, but trying to reach out to those independents or persuadable voters. We've seen Biden and Harris try to go after Republicans and independents. We'll have to see how President Trump tries to broaden his message. And the question remains, where do these persuadable independents go? What does the polling show closer to Election Day, Liz?
All right, we'll have to wait and see. All right, Natalie, thank you.